read your directions. Solve each quadratic equation by completing the square. Alright, now I'm going to show you how I do it. So I've got x squared plus 6x equals negative 2. I do a parentheses right now. I'm going to have x here. Divide that by 2 will give me a plus 3. Now I go back up. This is where I square it. This will be a plus 9 plus 9. Remember, I got to do the same thing to both sides. So this will give me a 7. Now I'm going to take square root of both sides. So that's my answer. It seems a little bit shorter than how I did it or looked at it in the other video, but I do have a shortcut which I sort of referred to. So if I've got to get x squared, I've got to have that. So I do in this problem, and if my b value is a whole number, I divide by 2. This one is a little bit different in that I've got to get an x squared, but they first, or I do, move that 7 over to the other side. Get your x's to one side, number to the other, and leave room because I'm going to be adding something. Now I'm going to divide everything by 2 so I can have just plain x squared. Next part is my parentheses. Since this is a fraction, dividing by 2 is the same thing as multiplying by 1/2. So if I multiply by 1/2, I get a negative 5/4. But when I do that, this is when I'm going to go back up here because I need to square that. I'll always be adding when you square. So that squared would be 25 over 16. So 25 over 16. Now this side's complete, but this side I'm going to have to go and finish it up. I've got to get a common denominator, so I'm going to have to multiply by 8. I guess we could do it on our calculator. We'll double check here in a minute. So that would be a negative 56 over 16 plus 25 over 16. And I'm going to have a negative 31. Let me check in my calculator. So negative 7 divided by 2 plus 25 divided by 16, and ask it for the fraction. Yeah, very good. I guess I could have done that earlier, but anyway. Take square root of both sides. So I get x minus 5/4 here, plus or minus, I'm going to have an I, square root of 31 over square root of 16 is 4. We're almost done. I'm going to add this to both sides. And I actually like it like this. Either one's acceptable. Okay, so that's it for this video. Thank you. Need to practice these.